So no MLS player can ever win a Ballon d'Or, even if they win a World Cup. Every other league is better.
Yes.
An MLS player will not win the Ballon d'Or.
It's already happened, though. Welcome back to Soccercito. We are tier ranking this year's Ballon d'Or contenders. Lamine Yamal.
He's becoming like one of those names where like we're just going to see him on the list every year. He's like the new Messi, new Ronaldo. Probably somewhere between contender or favorite.
I would probably go with favorite. He's not necessarily having the year he had last year.
No.
This is going to be like, how's the World Cup going to go? Spain our favorites.
I don't think he's a favorite. I would put him contender for now.
Bro, it's all the only thing holding him back is his pubis. Bro, he has given the pubis injury.
He's gotten the best of all of them.
He was second last year. I mean, how far falling off from favorite to contender, I think is a little drastic.
Is there a bigger favorite? Like in the eyes of the people who would vote for this?
I think there's nations that have a better chance of winning, and I also think there's teams that have a better chance of winning the Champions League.
You don't just have to win. Imagine they
He doesn't have the numbers to really back it up.
Imagine they get to the
I don't think he
semifinals
does,
and he's like a star in the World Cup. Erling Haaland is a name that comes to mind as like a favorite, right? But he's now gotten into the World Cup. He's probably going to have a pretty good World Cup.
You know what?
But are they bigger right now than Lamine Yamal's name?
I might be strict on the favorite. Doesn't mean he's going to win it. Favorite is fine.
Lamine Yamal, a favorite. Declan Rice. So this is interesting here.
Okay, look, I'm going to say
let's let the Arsenal fans
Okay.
Clearly a favorite. Let's get Lamine Yamal out of there. And let's just put him in. So I think if we're going to be honest, certainly a contender for it, but that means Arsenal has to win something.
Arsenal are still up for the quadruple.
The quad.
Character is a big part of the voting process.
Listen, they have a lot of opportunity to win, but they also have a lot of opportunity to not win. I don't think England is...
Bars.
And I don't...
Bars.
And I don't think England...
Wait, did Socrates or did Maddie say that?
I don't think England is going to win the World Cup.
You don't have to win the World Cup in order to win Ballon d'Or.
Fair, but it helps
it helps quite a bit.
Helps a lot.
Consider what Christian said, though. He is like a voters type of guy. Stiff upper lip, leaves it all on the pitch, leader on the pitch. That kind of guy, they get votes.
Maybe this is a bold statement, but the potential rest of the season and international play, Declan Rice, in my opinion, could have a better season than Rodri's Ballon d'Or season.
See, that's where I disagree completely.
I'm not saying it's confirmed he's going to do that.
I don't see Declan Rice winning the World Cup and the Champions League. And for a midfielder, especially one that's a little more defensive, to win the Ballon d'Or, you got to be part of winning everything. That's what Rodri did. That's my opinion.
Rodri is more defensive than Declan Rice. Let's not. I mean,
fair.
I agree with you that he probably should be a favorite, but I'm going to go with contender because he's not going to get the goals and the assists.
It's a contender with a big if they win a lot this season. Man,
but they have
very difficult.
Incredible opportunities to win something, much more than plenty other midfielders.
But it's Arsenal.
That's a caveat.
I hope that guy never gets to cut his hair. Fraud.
That's a favorite for sure. Easily winning the Ballon d'Or. Easily.
Fraud only.
Wins the World Cup. Wins the Saudi League. I'm kidding.
Wasn't he on strike?
Yeah.
He's not a fraud.
He had a labor dispute with his club.
He's not a fraud. He's just letting other people have it.
I will say this. I'm willing to move him to dark horse if Portugal win the World Cup.
He will not win the Ballon d'Or. I'm somewhat of a Ronaldo fan, if you guys don't know that.
I've noticed that.
The smell in the room says it all.
If Portugal win the World Cup, it's not going to be because of him.
But imagine Portugal win the World Cup and he's like,
What?
remember when he got injured and they won the Euros and he was on the sideline coaching? If he does those types of things, I could see him getting dark horse level, but he's not going to win.
Okay. You want to put dark horse? I'm cool with that. Alexis wanted to put Ronaldo dark horse.
No, fraud.
Oh
I've never been happier to put somebody in fraud.
You're not a fraud. You're just giving other people chances.
Ousmane Dembele. Injuries, I think, are kind of why he is just not really, it's not even close to what the year he was having last season.
PSG aren't even in first in Ligue 1. Lens are.
They got Coupe de France. They got bumped out, I believe.
Yeah. Really,
Paris FC, I think.
He's a contender. He's a contender. Because if France wins, or PSG wins everything, which they're probably going to in France, they always find a way. And France, who has a stacked team, somehow makes a far run and he scores a couple goals, he'll be in that list. Somehow, some way, because of the success with PSG and the success France will have.
He's not having as great a season as he had in his Ballon d'Or winning season.
Which was last season.
Yeah. and there's really not that many games left. There's what, 10, 11 matches, depending on where you are. For me, it would have to be he wins Champions League and he wins World Cup. And he's a star. And I think France absolutely has so much quality they could potentially win the World Cup. So for that, I don't think he can go dark horse. I think because he is a former winner and he has the chance to win those two things, we have to put him at contender.
I agree 1,000%.
I'm good with that. Lionel Messi.
Put him right next to the other old guy.
Nah, come on, you can't say fraud because Argentina has a better chance to win the World Cup than Portugal.
Wait, come on. What is he going to win the Ballon d'Or for? For the Inter Miami trophy?
Bro,
you with the referees? Did you
just rename MLS Cup as the Inter Miami trophy?
Maddie's just like, this thug, Lionel Messi.
Kids are out there trying to watch a proper match, and he's arguing with the referees, chasing them inside the facilities.
The facilities.
One of the main elements.
He's using SAT words.
One of the main elements of the Ballon d'Or ranking is sportsmanship. Get him out of here.
Okay.
Get him out of here.
Everyone said he didn't go into the ref.
I saw your clip this morning. Yeah.
MLS Cup winner. You were at the game. Don't be doing this. Your GOAT has not won an MLS Cup trophy.
He can't even win the Saudi League, dog.
It's coming this year.
MVP in Major League Soccer. Golden Boot winner in Major League Soccer. Also has the opportunity to possibly win the World Cup. One of the favorites.
You guys are watching.
Hold on, no. Tell me this isn't the truth. Don't you think Argentina is going to use his last World Cup, which we all assume this will be? They're just going to use it as an opportunity to build the team around him.
Yes.
They're going to use him more than Portugal will use Ronaldo.
Yes, but they already used that token. They used that token already.
But they'll try one last time just to respect the GOAT. He's going to get more minutes than Ronaldo will get at Portugal.
Yes.
Okay, so then if that's the case, and Argentina is still considered a favorite, at the very least, he's dark horse.
I think he's a favorite.
No, that's crazy. That's wild talk.
Why not?
This is the problem with Messi fans.
You just verified everything he said about him.
Golden Boot, MLS Cup, winning trophy, the best player in Major League Soccer.
No.
He won his Ballon d'Or while he was at Major League Soccer.
Because that was a thing they did to extend the credibility of the World Cup. They used it for 2 extra years.
So no MLS player can ever win a Ballon d'Or, even if they win a World Cup. Every other league is better. Every other league is just like,
you know I love MLS.
The best MLS player can't even compete with a third or fourth scorer.
Let me say this in the most respectful way.
You are getting walked level cooked in the comments
now. Let me say in the most respectful way, yes, you are correct. An MLS player will not win a Ballon d'Or.
Well, it's already happened, though.
Okay.
Okay, but
technically it's already happened.
Sure, but he didn't win because of his play at MLS.
That is true.
Okay, so he would have to score 30 goals in the World Cup.
Messi is not winning another Ballon d'Or. Him and Ronaldo are past their time.
I hate this idea that like MLS goals are just worthless.
It's not that they're worthless, but in order to be the best player in the world, you gotta be playing in the best leagues in the world.
You can't do it in MLS.
That's what it is.
Even Don Garber would tell you that's not gonna happen.
If he wins the World Cup, which is a possibility, but he plays in MLS, no, not even a possibility that he could win Ballon d'Or.
Not a possibility.
Not a possibility.
Not a possibility.
He's dark
Make
horse.
me a voter, bro.
You just guaranteed you'll never be a voter. You guys, Cade Cowell winning Ballon d'Or.
Pedri, that's a fraud.
Not a fraud.
That's a fraud.
Look, he's not a bad player,
What's
but
a fraud?
It would have to be. He would have to do something unbelievable to even get close to dark horse.
Fraud feels bad, but I don't even think he's a dark horse.
He's not a dark horse, dude. Imagine, everyone close your eyes. Can you envision Pedri lifting a Ballon d'Or last season? No, come on, bro. There's no chance.
He's a good player, but he's just not doing.
I don't think he's a fraud of a player.
He's a great player, fantastic player.
He's just in this list. Yo, you lucky to make the list. You know what I mean?
The fact that you in the conversation.
Yeah, that's crazy.
We gotta put him on the same thing as Lamine Yamal, Spain, Barca. Technically, if Lamine Yamal wins all those things, he's gonna be right with him.
Because of that, Pedri won't get it because Lamine Yamal's there.
That's a great point. Fraud. So yeah, he doesn't have a chance of winning. I like that. Good match.
Okay. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Whenever I make a good point, man, he's like, wow. Holy wow.
Harry Kane.
Can I say favorite?
I'm good with favorite, but do we respect goals in Bundesliga? Can a Bundesliga player win?
A Bundesliga goal is worth more than an MLS goal.
One of the big five versus MLS. It's not. They're not even in Champions League.
I don't know, bro.
Yo, you smoking something? Are they paying you without me knowing? We have a podcast together. He's scoring buckets. He's done it for a long time. He's been consistent. He's also getting assists, and it's very likely that England will go far in the World Cup. If England wins a World Cup, I think he'll get it more than Declan Rice would.
I disagree there.
1,000% he gets it over Declan Rice.
He will. He'll get all the goals.
Yo, even
and he gets the pens too.
Even if.
But we said that about Vinicius and against Rodri.
No,
how much more as far as offensive contribution? Vinicius.
Because Vinny didn't do anything that summer.
The only way I agree with you is if Arsenal wins 2 trophies, probably the League and Champions League, and England wins the World Cup, then I could see Declan Rice superseding Harry Kane. But odds are, as it sits right now, Bayern are going to win a lot more trophies than Arsenal just because they're Bayern in the Bundesliga.
It's just that the midfielders don't get love, and that's not Declan Rice's fault. It really isn't. But unfortunately, they look at all the attackers from last.
Here's where you're right and wrong. Leadership is considered a big part of it, and Declan Rice has proven himself to be.
But if you just look at Ballon d'Or winners,
goals overtake leadership.
Goals
overtake leadership.
Yeah, sure. So which is why I say Harry Kane, also a contender, but I'd be fine with him being a favorite.
I think contender's fair.
I think is fair. Vinicius Jr.
Not even having his greatest season. It would have to take him winning Champions League.
And Brazil in a crazy year with Brazil.
Mbappe joining Real Madrid has made Vinicius Jr.'s possibilities of individual trophies like this much less likely.
Brazil would have to absolutely cook in the World Cup.
He would he would have to have the tournament of his lifetime, which is just very dark horse-ish. So I think
I don't know. Vibes are high with Carlo Ancelotti.
Yeah, no, dark horse seems.
I'm fine with dark horse.
Fine, okay.
It just feels weird to put him in dark horse after he almost won it.
Yeah. Kylian Mbappe, favorite.
He's gonna score a lot. I know
scored
that.
a hat trick in the final. I'm favorite.
No,
he's scoring buckets at Real Madrid.
I think he has more goals than games right now. And he's Real Madrid, which they're in a good title race with.
Yeah, they have a possibility.
They lost the Copa del Rey, which is unfortunate. They could win the Champions League because the Real Madrid. You can never count them out.
The Super Copa.
And France is a disgusting squad. I think he's the best striker in the world.
Also, this is his I'm him moment. This World Cup. He was still kind of young at the last World Cup.
But his team is a mess. Real Madrid are kind of a mess.
Yeah, but even as a mess, they still win something.
Yep. Correct me if I'm wrong. I don't think Kylian Mbappe has won any trophy so far at Real Madrid.
I think he won.
Did he win
one?
Yeah, Super Cup.
A one game, nothing.
It's one of the most prestigious ones.
He won the Super Cup. He won something. If Dembele is a contender, then Mbappe is a favorite. Has to be. Vitinha, in my heart, he's a favorite, but this goes back to the Declan Rice argument. I think he is so class. But there is no way he can be considered a favorite.
He's not a favorite.
Maybe dark horse, I think, is appropriate.
I think he deserves
this
contender.
season. Look,
this might be one of my favorite players.
The Champions League winning season, I think there was a stronger case, maybe contender. But this season, didn't he just make a mistake in Champions League a couple of weeks ago? I don't know. He's just not having the same season. I wouldn't put him on the same level as Dembele. So I think dark horse is fair. I would even be fine with fraud.
No, that's insane.
No disrespect to him, but this season it's just not the same. I would
argue that Portugal has the best midfield in the upcoming World Cup, and I think that he is a key piece to that.
He's the premier piece to that.
I think he's exactly the golden ticket there. To be honest with you, I can see the favorite if Portugal make a good run and win the World Cup, but contender I think is a perfect place for him.
I think he's contender.
Wow. Okay.
We're not going to respect his career until he's done, and that's a real shame.
Respect it though.
Erling Haaland, favorite.
The year that Messi won the Ballon d'Or, the most recent one, Erling Haaland has one of the greatest seasons in footballing history, but he did not win a World Cup, nor did he play in a World Cup.
Because they credited the World Cup that much. Which shows that in a World Cup year, I would put him at contender because Norway is nowhere near there. A favorite is cool, but Norway's not going to make it far, and I think that's why he's going to be a contender.
They got Odegaard, Sorloth, Erling Haaland. That alone will get you past some of the more minnow nations in a 48-nation World Cup.
Fair.
I think you're wrong. I think Norway's going to get a little bit further than we're all expecting. I think Erling Haaland, not only that, regardless of how far they go, will shine the same way he's doing in the league. I wish he would slow down for a little bit so Arsenal can win.
And if City wins nothing, which is also a possibility this year.
You bring that up.
What happens then? No trophies. And also, not going to go. I'm sorry. I know you keep saying no. They're not going to go far in the World Cup.
I think his class stands above just the winning trophies.
You got to win trophies. You got to have stats. You got to have. That's just what the play is for to win a Ballon d'Or.
Can I add one more wrinkle? He's a generational talent.
Doesn't matter. That doesn't win you a Ballon d'Or.
He's still going to score a whole lot of goals. I feel like Premier League goals are valued a little bit more.
How much do you think? Like as much as MLS goals, or
probably about equal. That's my ranking. The year that he lost the Ballon d'Or to Messi, he's not gonna have those kind of stats. But I think there's still an opportunity for Manchester City to win something domestically, whether that's the league, whether that's Carabao Cup, whether that's FA Cup, and then if he has a potentially good World Cup, this will be his first World Cup. So I'm fine with favorite. He deserved it probably a couple years ago.
We've seen how much a World Cup values into Ballon d'Or rankings, so much so that Messi stole his Ballon d'Or because of the value that Argentina won for so long. So he had his chance to win it. He didn't. There's no way he wins a Ballon d'Or playing for Norway in a World Cup summer. Contenders for me, but you guys want him favorite.
I think you're crazy. We should place a bet on Norway.
Raphinha.
Dark horse?
I would say contender.
Last year, I would agree with you.
No,
Actually, the numbers aren't there much.
Can you tell me why you...
I just think that he's going to be a key piece to Brazil this year. I think he's going to really be the one that, leads
You
the
just
line.
said, when we were talking about Vinny, you just said...
I don't think Vinny has the ability to lead as better as Raphinha does for the Brazilian national team.
Sure, but you said that you didn't think Brazil would do well.
I said Vinny wouldn't do well, not Brazil wouldn't do well.
You think Brazil's going to do well, but Vinny's
fantastic.
not?
Yeah, I don't think Vinny can carry the national team.
A little bit of... I think if you were a truck, we'd be hearing...
Brazil's gonna have a fantastic summer. Fantastic summer. Watch.
All right.
Watch.
You might be the only person.
He's just using words. Fantastic means what? Do you think they'll be semifinalists?
I think minimum.
I can't believe you just read that. All right, that's pretty great.
Semifinalists minimum.
I'm going to walk with you to your ATM after this because I feel like you'll just give me your code. I think he's a dark horse at best.
He's missed a lot of time. I think fraud is even more appropriate here. I don't want to
injured a lot, to be honest.
Not even any disrespect to Raphinha. I think he's fantastic.
Give him dark horse.
I think dark horse is fair.
Okay.
Dark horse.
All right.
Luis Diaz.
Some people say that one of the, maybe arguably the best left winger in the world. Some people say that. I just don't see him winning.
Colombia could have a great World Cup, but I just don't think you're going to rate his talent the same way you would really anyone else on Bayern, especially up front.
People aren't talking about Luis Diaz like they're talking about Harry Kane for that reason.
That's really the big, nobody's talking about you.
Yeah.
I know.
People are talking about him, but not.
No, I mean, look, I mean, not that he's great. I wish he wouldn't have even left England. I think he still had a lot more to do there. But he's at Bayern. He's doing his thing, getting paid. Yep. But I don't think, Ballon d'Or is not really
class player, one of the best
future.
Class player, one of the best left wingers. But
I love watching him play.
No business in the Ballon d'Or.
I also think he's going to ball out in the World Cup, but not at the level where it would get you to favorite.
Yep.
William Saliba, baby.
When's the last time a center back won a Ballon d'Or?
That's a great question.
Cannavaro, 06, won the World Cup.
Here's the thing. He's on a team with Kylian Mbappe. It's not France isn't going to win by shutting other teams down. The highlights are going to be Mbappe scoring.
As an Arsenal hater, I can't even deny it. One of the best center backs in the world. But for a center back to win the Ballon d'Or, he's a dark horse. That would take a lot.
Mind you, I got called a clown when we bought him from Saint Etienne, and I said he would be the best center back in the league by the time Virgil van Dijk was no longer the best.
Well, we still have Harry Maguire.
He would be the one. Well, where? Jesus Christ, what's he doing? Cleaning this guy's shoes. He's been class from the beginning. I think he's probably will end his career as the best center back in the world. And if it's not that already, it would take some insane defending in the World Cup final.
And some goals.
The last year, I would say. I mean, he has just been like, the cornerback, Darrell Revis, like the Revis Island. Like, don't send the ball that way. Nobody's really getting past him. For Saliba to win a Ballon d'Or, they got to get the quadruple.
Saliba is not winning a Ballon d'Or.
These things happen.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Let's say he wins Champions League, right? Like, I just want to give him a trophy, right? And let's say in the World Cup final, he has like an outstanding game. He's locked down. He's making crazy last second saves. And then he happens to score a header that wins the World Cup. That guy's getting the Ballon d'Or.
If.
So then,
that's
literally the whole point of what we've been talking about.
That's if. If this happens, then that's how this will end up.
Fair, but that was the biggest ifs I ever heard in my life. They win a quadruple, and if Saliba scores a bicycle kick in the World Cup final. No. Center backs don't win Ballon d'Ors. Period.
Not period, because the center back has won a Ballon d'Or.
If Van Dijk didn't win a Ballon d'Or for that year.
If Van Dijk was French, then there might be a possibility of that.
I think dark horse is fair, though.
I would say Saliba's a contender.
There's too many ifs for me to push it there. I think dark horse.
Michael Olise, he is a contender.
A contender of what?
The Ballon d'Or.
This isn't the Meiselscheister or whatever.
I'm sorry.
We're talking about Ballon d'Or.
No, I'm serious. He's going to be at like a Real Madrid in a year or two. I think after Harry Kane, he's easily the second best player on Bayern Munich. But Bayern's going to win every trophy. France can win the World Cup. This guy's a contender. I'm telling you right now.
If France win a World Cup, Dembele and Mbappe are both on that team. Where do you think Olise ranks against those two?
Hence why I have him as contender next to Dembele.
It would take him having to get better stats than both Mbappe and Dembele in a World Cup to supersede them.
This is the most fraudulent of frauds that we have to. There's nothing in his stats. I love watching Olise play. He does not belong anywhere besides fraud when it comes to a Ballon d'Or list.
I disagree with you.
Nothing
I disagree with you
that
because
he has done or is currently doing.
here's where I disagree with you.
You're crazy.
Yeah, a fraud would be if he was on a nation that's not going to win or go nearly as far in the World Cup.
No.
And if he was on a team that's not winning stuff, he's doing everything he's supposed to do.
If Bayern Munich wins the Champions League, and they're going to win everything else domestically because that's what they do all the time, and France win the World Cup, I think that's a lot more likely than Dembele and PSG winning everything this year. Or even Mbappe winning everything this year.
If Bayern win all the trophies that they do, it will be because of Harry Kane, not necessarily because of
Which is
Elise.
why Harry Kane is higher on the list.
Middle ground, dark horse. Baller.
I also think he's good.
Apparently not. If only he played for MLS.